40,000 children in foster care, not acceptable.
Assembly of First Nations National Chief Perry Bellegarde taking another step towards overhauling the Indigenous child welfare system. Years in the making, the AFN and federal government will now start crunching numbers and adding up the cost of equality.
Let's respect First Nations jurisdiction over children, because First Nations law is paramount, and let's move.
The agreement sets guidelines for regular meetings between Ottawa and the AFN following the passage of Bill C-92 last year. The bill gives Indigenous peoples jurisdiction over child and family services for their communities, recognizing Indigenous laws and customs, ultimately helping to keep Indigenous children in their communities. According to the 2016 census, 7.7% of children in Canada are Indigenous, but Indigenous children make up 52% of all children in care.
That's one of the biggest challenges, is getting the premiers and the territorial governments to accept that there is a jurisdiction that needs to be respected.
Although some provinces are ready to hand over control to Indigenous peoples, Quebec has launched a constitutional challenge claiming exclusive power over child and family services. Another key step will be figuring out how much money is needed and how it will roll out. But some believe those answers already exist.
And it's just a matter of Canada acting on the solutions that are already on the books. That's why I kind of worry a little bit that they're going down this route that they've been down before, of these procedural mechanisms that actually can mask real change for families.
Cindy Blackstock, along with the AFN, fought the government for years at the Human Rights Tribunal for underfunding First Nations child welfare. The federal government funds the system, and provinces are often responsible for stepping in and removing children. But Blackstock is disappointed the money still isn't out the door.
And they had the opportunity today to make some funding announcements, and they chose not to do it while they're spraying money everywhere for COVID. And to be clear, I support that, but it makes obvious that remedying these inequalities for First Nations children was always possible for Canada. They simply chose not to do it.
The AFN estimates it would cost $3.5 billion to overhaul the system. In Ottawa, Nigel Newlove, City News.